All right, well, I think we're live. And it's going to be a little bit weird today because I am currently driving to my daughter's new house, daughter and son in law's new house. And I had to grab a bunch of stuff and I have to stop at the store and I had to get a mop. Uh, and so I'm streaming over LTE. My hope is that I keep good enough reception that I can actually make a stream. So we'll see. Hopefully this works. I can't type to a comment, obviously, because I'm driving. But if anybody watches this, let me know if it's coming through at least. I just want to make sure that I'm streaming. Otherwise, I'm going to feel silly. Well, I mean, I won't feel silly talking to myself because nobody will know if I'm not streaming. But I didn't want to just not stream. So here I am. You get to drive with me. And I can't even really look at the screen because, well, I can now because I'm waiting for cars. Oh, Northern Chimp. Hello. So it looks like it's working. Hopefully you can hear me too. I actually will be able to show you the house, assuming I can get there, which I should be able to. But yeah, so they closed on their house. They finally got possession of their house, and now the house is really stinky. So we're not sure what the deal is there. But we are cleaning the house today, and so I got a bunch of cleaning supplies and all that stuff. Okay, the light is red. Let me look and see what's going on. And you hear me? Good, good. Okay, the cat thumbnail, let me think. Streaming smooth. Awesome, awesome. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that it's actually working. And yeah, we're just going to drive through Petoskey together as I drive out towards their house. It's only about a 5-minute drive. And when we get there, I think the LTE or maybe even 5G, I don't know what kind of cell connection they have there, but hopefully it should still keep streaming. My iPad has mobile internet, so I'm hoping it works. This is something I dreamed up at just about exactly 5 minutes before the stream was supposed to go live because I was waiting in line. We have a Big Lots. I don't know if that's a store that's all over the country or not, but Big Lots is it's just like I don't know, like a department store, I guess. But we have one that only opened within the last couple of years and it's already closing down. So it's like 50% off everything in the store. I just needed a mop and there was the closest store on the way. I thought I'd stop quickly and grab a mop, and then apparently 50% off draws in the people because I had to wait in line to buy the mop. My initial plan was, yeah, I'm not going to make it home in time, but I could at least, stream from a parked position at their house or something. Well, that's all right. So yeah, I'm going the back way too, and y'all can watch. I'm not looking at this than usually. But anyway, yeah. So they're cleaning there. They got the house, and I think the people that live there did anything intentionally nefarious. I think they might have just been kind of stinky. Like they had pets, I think, in the house, like rabbits even, I think they had in the house, but like a lot of them. And it just smells just, it's not like it's not a cat pee smell. Like that's a very distinct smell. It just kind of smells like either really bad poopy body odor. I don't even know. It's just a gross smell. Anyway, so like everybody who's out there now, we're just like getting cleaning supplies and bleach, and I have an ozone machine that like they ran overnight in some of the rooms, and we're just going to try to clean it up. So before they move their stuff in, it has a, a not stinky smell to it, but it kind of stinks. You buy a new house, you wait for possession, and then when you do get possession, you go in and you go, oh gosh, what? Oh my gosh. So that's kind of the situation they found themselves. And that's unfortunate. But I don't think it's damage. Like I don't think there's animal stink like soaked into the flooring or anything. But I think it just needs to be cleaned really well. And most of the house has hardwood floor. there's only like 2 rooms that have carpet, and the one room with carpet is downstairs. It's like a bi-level. It's the downstairs room, and it looks like new carpet, and it doesn't have any odor at all. It doesn't smell at all. The only stinky room is upstairs. One bedroom has carpet, and their plan is just to rip that carpet up, not even trying to clean it. So I think that's a good call. But the other bedrooms, they just smell bad, and like, you don't see any damage. But yeah, I know I'm going on and on about stinkiness, but I can't really see what anybody is saying. So, or if there's still people here, I could have scared them away with all my stinky talk. That's not their road. There's their road. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be giving away where they live. That's not my intent. So, yeah, you're not going to see any. Well, you might see. Nope. Oh, yeah. If you look really close, you might see one of the roads there in the background. But doggone, do that. That would be creepy. Anyway, we will get to their house, and I'm probably maybe we'll unload together. Like I'll carry the iPad with one hand and carry the stuff that I brought in, and then I'll come out to the quiet car and continue to live stream, because I do want to participate in the chat portion, if not the typing, at least the talking. Looks like we're going to get rain. What else has happened this week? So yeah, catch up on the week. We streamed every morning. I was able to get a comic done. I enjoyed it. It was funny, the comic, I didn't even know what the comic was going to be until I was probably 2/3 of the way done. If I don't know what I'm going to make the comic about, I'll just start drawing like a background, and then I'll have like scenery, and then we like, I think these 2 characters are going to be in it, and then eventually something will come to me that they could have a quip about or something. But anyway, it's fun. I do enjoy my comic. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I started drawing it again. All right, we are about to pull in. And I'm not sure how many people are here. I mean, their friends are going to come and help clean, and some more family members. No, it looks like there's some of their friends, like just one of their friend couples, and us, my wife and I. So let me back in. Oh, almost hit a tree. Wow. I really see that tree right there. I almost hit that tree. I'm not even kidding. All right. So shut the car off. Let me grab the battery, because also my iPad was about dead, so now it's running on battery. All right. Okay. Let me check out. Let's see. I guess I'm not allowed to look at the chat. Oh, no, I can. Okay, let's see how the. So let's see. See you. See here. Big Lots. Okay. This is the real for truck cam. It's not even my truck. That ozone machine, it actually works pretty good. I've used it a couple times. Mine is very small, so it works best on like small rooms or cars, like if you get a really stinky car. But it works pretty good for that. Okay, gotcha. I really hope it doesn't start raining. That would just add one more layer of. Are you kidding me? All right, and the bedrooms, it turns out, have no ceiling lights. So it was all lamps, and they didn't have lamps. So I brought a couple floor lamps for my house too. I think we're still streaming too. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. And now the answer is 3 bars of LTE. Hopefully that sticks when we go into the house. All right. Is this the strangest live stream? I think so. All right. All right, let's just go back and plug them right into the bedrooms. All right. They're so dark. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Okay. Oh no, I changed the aspect ratio of my iPad. I don't know if that messed up the stream or not. Okay. And yay, light. Okay, one light. Let's go to the other room. I don't know if you can smell that. It's just kind of stinky. Not too bad. Okay, another light. Okay. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Are you still there? Oh, no. I'm back here. I don't know how to make this go away. Go. No. Okay, so what I've done is I accidentally changed. Oh, there. I see that we're losing people. All right.
Sean, we'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Say hi to the people on the live stream. I'm live streaming because it's time.
Hello.
That's my son-in-law. That's Tommy.
See you guys later.
Second mom. All right, let's go unload more stuff.
Sean, we
Yeah.
won't have a baby next time we try to come over to your house.
I mean, you should still have a baby.
Oh, we'll have a baby.
Good call, though.
Yeah.
So they were coming over for dinner, and the night before they were going to come over for dinner, they had their baby, so so they didn't come. All right. Can I switch this around? I don't know if I can. No, I don't think I can switch it. I think we're stuck with this orientation because I don't see any way to switch to the back camera. That's all right. All right. This. Light bulbs. They have a beautiful sky. I know it's about all you're seeing. Yeah, so the people that had the baby, they are friends of my daughter and son-in-law. I mean, our friends too, but they're my kids' generation. All right, here's for our garbage can that I could come up with. Garbage bags, light bulbs.
Thank you.
Lamps are in the bedrooms already on. All right. Wow, I tried so hard to do all this before and get home, and now I look, there's absolutely no way I could have done it. So when you walk around talking to an iPad, even people who know you look at you kind of weird. All right. So anybody who is still here, how is the LTE holding up? Is the video and audio watchable? I mean, for me, I just see the local video, and of course that's fine. Let me know. Because while walking around isn't ideal, the idea of being able to stream remotely does have appeal. Also, got a speaker so they can listen to tunes while they clean, because they're going to be cleaning for days. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty rough. So they're going to be cleaning for days. Oh. Hey, drive safe, you guys.
We will. We gotta come grab something.
Oh, all right. I should have had you grab a fan on your way in, but that's all right. No, you don't have to. So he's one of those guys, if he knows that he could be helping, he is. So he ran out to the car to grab one of the fans. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's upside down. All right. Whew, almost done. That was incredibly kind. I didn't say that so you'd turn back around. I was just, I'm thinking, I don't know where they want them. So anywhere is fine. Let's count up. So, ladies, here, I can't turn around the camera to the back. So, hi, this is Lydia and my wife Donna. I got fans in. They're right there. Speakers right there if you want to play some tunes. And then the lamps are turned on in the bedrooms already. The stinky room has a lamp, but the bulb was burned out, so there's a box of bulbs there. And I'm gonna finish the live stream in the car, but then I'll be back in. Yeah. All right, let's go out to the car. Ugh. Okay. I do wish I could turn around the camera, but so this is their house. I don't want to hit I don't think their address is on the side of the house. So this is their house. It's really cute. And then they have a yard, and as you've seen the entire time, it's all trees. Oops. It's all trees. So it's like shade the whole time, which is usually pretty nice. I mean, sometimes you want the sun, but it's pretty nice that they don't have constant sun beating into their windows, especially in the summertime, because their house does not have central air. It's heated with a boiler, and there's just radiators along the floor everywhere. So they don't have, they don't have central air. So having shade everywhere is, I think, going to be a real bonus for summertime. All right. So we're in the car now, probably for the rest of the live stream. I just figure out where to put this. I wonder if I can flip it all the way. Yeah, I can flip it all the way. All right. And then maybe I can. Oh no, then my camera's on the bottom. I gotta remember that. Come on. It's almost as if cars were not designed to be streaming platforms. I have no idea if that's going to hold. All right. I look like I have a tiny head and an enormous body. That's a little strange. Oh, I see your question. Mason, did I answer it? I don't know if I can. I can't figure out a way to switch to the back camera. But through the... Here, I'm just going to turn around. Now I can't see anything at all. But yeah, it's... I mean, it's a nice house. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The... Okay, just doing this again. The house has an attached 2-car garage under, so like the basement is under the main living area, and there's also the bottom floor has like a family room with a fireplace, and then the basement, it's kind of like the property's on an angle, so in the front, where we were going in, the lawn, or the front ground level is that door, but then in the back of the house, the ground level is the basement door. So there's a slider that goes out from the basement. It's actually a really, really cute house. And again, it's just stinky right now, but that part will be easy to get rid of, I think. So anyway, yes, now we are here. It only took what, 20 minutes. Oh God, go away. Oh no, I did the thing again. Okay. Oh, Mason, saw house, good. 2 garage doors in the bottom. Yeah, it is. It's neat. And two garage doors. They both, garage door openers. They have quite a few windows looking out over the property, even though it is. Oh no! Sorry, my car. I turned it on to turn the air on because I'm drenched in sweat, and it connected to my wife's Bluetooth in the house and started playing her audiobook. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, the video's good, cool, working great. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Smooth. Oh, nice. I'm surprised. Eric, I'm surprised too. I actually figured it'd be horribly smeary video and not good, but it's a brand new iPad. So an iPad Air, probably M2. I don't remember whatever the newest iPad Air is, and LTE. It also has 5G, but right here apparently with LTE, and I wasn't sure how well it would do, but apparently good, and it's got 3 bars, so that's awesome. And it's streaming at 1080p. I actually didn't necessarily mean to set it at 1080p. If I would have thought ahead, I would have tried to change it to only 720 just to save some bandwidth, but that's all right. That's cool. So it's working. Glad to hear that. Oh, okay. It keeps connecting and disconnecting to my wife's phone, which is probably annoying to both of us. All right, I'm just going to shut the car off. We will have the door open, and that's going to be how we stay cool. I can't really type anyway, so I don't need to have my hands free. Oh no. Let's see. Mary, I will say hello to all of them when I go back in. I found out how I can scroll through the comments at least. Eric, yes, the ozone works pretty good. Let's see. Do they need or want more help? Mary, possibly. Mary is my sister, for anybody who doesn't know. You might want to text Lydia and or Neil to ask them like what days, because I know they're both still working full time, like what days they might want help, because again, the house has to be cleaned. I mean, ceilings, walls, floors, nooks and crannies, and then I think they're gonna paint a lot of the walls too with kills just to cover anything that might have like soaked in and not wash out. I don't know. I think probably after the thorough cleaning, they'll figure out what the next steps are, because they're not going to move in until it smells like a fresh, nice house. And since they're just staying at the farm right now, that's not an issue. They can obviously take their time, but they want to move sooner than later, I'm sure. So anyway, yeah, I would just text them, Mary, and ask them like what days they're going to be available to be cleaning, and see if they might need help, because yeah, I think they would. All right. Mary, you have a special wall ceiling mop. Okay. All right. Here, I wonder if I can pop. Oh, shoot. Can I pop these up? I did. I can. I don't know how to make it go away. Okay. So is the wall and ceiling mop, is it this thing that has like 2 little slots, like one slot to like get the soapy water on, and then another slot to kind of half squeeze it out, and then it's like a flat thing with replaceable things that go on the end? Because Donna has something that she says is a wall and ceiling mop that we brought. And I wonder if it's the same sort of thing. I think she saw it on TikTok, because that's the world we live in. Oh, I made it go away. Oh, Chris Emerson is my mom. Hi, Mom. Yeah, this week's live stream is, it was while we were driving to Lydia and Neil's house, and also while we unloaded, and now I'm just sitting in the car, because I think people are uncomfortable when I'm live streaming around them. I don't think most people enjoy being on camera, especially live. So yeah, I mean, not live as opposed to not alive, but I mean live as opposed to if I do something silly, I can edit it out before it gets posted. Not me. I live on the edge. If I say something silly, it's happening live and in recordings and in my nightmares and stuff. No. So yeah, we're just in the car now, and 3:25. All right. Do you buy houses out there, or does everyone rent? Yes. Mason, which I know is not an answer. So, where we live, there's a bit of a housing crisis. Like, houses are really difficult to find for sale, and when you do find them, they're usually overpriced because of demand. And the rental market, there's so few rentals available at all. I mean, apartments or flats, I think flats, apartments or flats, there are just so few of them available that if you can find an opening, the price is just exorbitant. It's just ridiculous. So I think most young people can't afford to buy these days. But young people also can't afford to rent unless they have like 3 or 4 roommates. So it's just a, yeah, it's not a great place, a great position. And I know that it's different all around the country, of a huge country, but at least in our area, there's a bit of a housing crisis. And they are building some apartment complexes just in my town here of Petoskey. And supposedly they were subsidized in a way that they have to be affordable and available for like the working class folks. So I think that that'll be a good thing, but that's probably, we're only probably looking at, 30 apartments or something, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people in need. So I don't know. Um, Lydia and Neil both have really good jobs. Neil sells cars and he's really good at it. So, and they're also incredibly wise with their money, which they did not get from me. Um, but they've been saving for a long time. And then since they've been staying at our farm, they've been able to save up a lot of what they would have spent on rent. So they've accelerated that savings. I mean, they pay utilities and stuff out there, but uh, they've been able to save up. So they were able to purchase this house. Um, but it's not the norm. I mean, being able to buy a house is certainly not a normal thing here. And I know that was a much longer answer than you were asking, Mason, but nonetheless, yeah, it's complicated here. And so, yeah. Mary, 3 times more than what the average person makes for 1 month's rent. Yeah, it is. It's insane. That's why, like our daughter Lizzie, our youngest, is she's living back with us in our house, which is fine. We get along with her. She loves us. We love her. There's no tension with her living with us. Um, but for her to get an apartment, she has a decent job now, but for her to get an apartment, she would have to have multiple roommates just to afford the rent payment. And she doesn't want to do, I mean, she probably does want to do that. I'll be honest. She probably wants to have her own place, living with us. I think we're cool, but there's just that whole uh, moving out thing that is appealing. But I don't know I honestly don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe when the apartments that are currently being built in town are completed, maybe the waiting list won't be so long that she'll be able to find a spot. But yeah, it's rough. It is rough to find housing here, and many places around the U.S. Again, it's not that way everywhere, and I mean, I'm not giving away where Eric lives, but the places like where Eric lives, it's so much worse than the semi-rural area that I live. I mean, this is a fairly affordable place to live in northern Michigan, where I am. When you move to cities or the suburbs outside of cities, it's absolutely unaffordable and not affordable for the people who need to work in those cities. So anyway, and I don't even have a remote solution to what that's going to be, other than I'm glad that they're starting to build some subsidized housing that is nice. They're not, I mean, in the past, I think when you think of subsidized housing, at least, well, maybe not you, but when I think of subsidized housing, you just think of just horrible, trashy, nasty apartments. But that's not the kind that they're building here. But part of it is, we're a very rural area here, and there's not a lot of people that are I don't know. I don't know why maybe they are going to be horrible. They look nice, at least, but I'm sure they all look nice when they first build them. So I don't know the solution. I truly don't. Eric, yeah, not even thinking about owning anything. Yeah. And now, I mean, since around the pandemic, housing prices spiked and they really didn't ever come down. I mean, they're not necessarily going up anymore, but we bought our farm. I don't remember the year that we bought our farm, but it's worth double what we paid for it. And the same with our house in town that we purchased. We purchased it, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, maybe. And it's worth more than twice what we paid for it. And that's just ridiculous. It's not like it got any nicer. It's not like the cost of living has gone up that much where people are making more. Well, maybe the cost of living did, but not the payment that we're getting certainly didn't go up enough. So yeah, it's tough. If anybody has solutions, I would love to hear them. And sadly, no matter how elections go, the politicians just don't have enough power to make anything substantial, it seems like, happen. So it's going to have to be locally. And yeah, I don't know. I'm only local here, and I can barely balance my checkbook. So you don't want me in charge. All right. So things that are happening this week. I can't think of anything big that's happening this week. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of like helping these guys move into their house. On Tuesday and Wednesday, again, I'll do the live stream where kind of like this, where I'm like, so what should we talk about? And Thursday, I'll draw a comic. I did finish Kubernetes. So yeah, if you were streaming with me during the week or even last Sunday, I talked about so we get paid every 2 weeks at CBT Nuggets, and so a few days before that 2 weeks, there's like this cutoff, like every pay period worth of, because since I'm based on how much I produce, like there's a window, like the production in this window pays for, is what is paid for in this paycheck. And so a pay period ended last Thursday, and it took me the previous 2 weeks just to figure out Kubernetes enough to where I felt confident to teach it. I mean, there's like using and doing stuff, and then there's the level where you're confident enough to teach other people not just like how to do it, but like why you would want to make this choice versus that choice, and like best practices. And so, yeah, it took me that long to figure out not just Kubernetes, but the specific Google Cloud implementation of Kubernetes, where they have like the autopilot mode or the standard mode, and then they have the enterprise version. And all of those things are so nuanced that, a long story, just as long as not any shorter, it wasn't until the last day of the pay period at the last minute of the workday Pacific time that I finished the third of the 3 skills I had to get done. And then two of my coworkers, one of the fellow trainers, we have to do a peer, like every skill that we do has to be peer reviewed. So one of my coworkers, James Conrad, call him out by name because he was awesome. He stuck with me even though it was way after hours, and did the peer review actually while I was finishing it. He like was doing it with me. And then my manager, I won't necessarily call him out by name because, he's not a public figure, so I don't know if he wants to be. But anyway, my manager stayed later than he had to, just to make sure that it was counted in the pay period. So I'm very grateful. But now, now that clock is reset, right? And so now I have basically 2 weeks starting last Friday to get the next 3 skills done. And these are not on Kubernetes, thankfully. They're on like Cloud Run. Nobody really cares, but they're about other Google stuff that I don't think is going to be quite as complicated for me to figure out. I hope. So yeah, that's what this last week, that's why it seemed kind of a blur. I was just working like crazy and making content like crazy. And since it was so hard for me to figure out, one of the skills wasn't even Google Cloud related. I just did a skill on what the heck is Kubernetes, so that people, would, before you learn the nuance of it in Google Cloud Platform, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if you knew what it was before you had to learn like the specific tweaked weird version of it implemented by Google Cloud? So anyway, that's how I approached it. And I think it turned out okay, but it's all still kind of a blur. Let's see, anything else that's going on? The salmon are still running here. I haven't caught one. I haven't really been fishing a whole lot because of, see also the stuff we just talked about. Fall is kind of coming. It's cooler now. It was supposed to rain all day, and it still really hasn't rained much. Just a couple sprinkles here and there. Yeah, I guess that's it. We're all caught up. Plus, you got to go shopping and driving. No, wait, I didn't start it until I was in the car, so you didn't go shopping with me. I didn't want to subject the shoppers to that. Plus, I didn't have my iPad. I would have been on my phone, which would have been fine. But the iPad, I don't know. I thought it might have a better camera. So, yeah. Anybody have any questions about this week or this next upcoming week or anything like that? Ooh. I see that the battery. So I also have this connected. My iPad is connected to a battery, and it's supposed to deliver. Oh, I see why. It only delivers 22 watts with this kind of cable. See I don't know if you can see this, but it has a USB-A and then a USB-C. The USB-C delivers 45 watts. The USB-A only delivers 22.5 watts. And that's why it's not quite keeping up. So I'm slowly dropping power on my iPad as we stream. So if it gets I mean, I'm at 11%. If it goes too low and we just stop, I apologize for ending early. But I think it's going to hold out because it was at like 17% when we started. So we're more than half done. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I should remember just to always use the USB-C to USB-C. And I don't have one of those cables here. So it's not happening now. Also, it's good to know that I'm using Restream, the same platform that I use when I stream from the house. They have this overlay thing. So the chat is showing up now, obviously different than the chat shows up when I'm at the house. But I think it does a decent job. Like the overlay is kind of cool. Am I watching the Lions game today? No, I don't know that I've watched one Lions game when weren't they like one step away from the Super Bowl? I watched that game. But otherwise I do not watch. So I can say I don't watch football, and that holds true for both the American folks watching and the international folks watching. I don't watch football of either sort. I'm just not much of a sports watching person. My sports knowledge mostly involves volleyball, and that's only from the high school level with my wife coaching and my kids playing. And I know enough about basketball because all three of my girls played basketball that I could hold my own in a high school basketball uh, stands conversation with other dads. But as far as any other sports or professional sports, I just don't know much. Uh, so no, not watching the Lions game today. But if it's starting, I understand if you duck out because I know that's important to a lot of people. What I don't really, I read books, I guess, for entertainment, and by read I mean listen with my whatchamacallits, aftershocks, and now it's just Shocks. The brand changed their name. Bone conduction headsets. Logan is a football fanatic. We watch them all. Oh, Logan is my nephew. That's cool. Not till 4:25. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I'm here. The reason I didn't just drive home though, I mean, we could have done like truck cam all the way home, but my wife has to work. She has to tend bar, and so as soon as the live stream is over, I'm gonna go in, and after like 15 minutes after the live stream is over, she's probably gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to drive her home so she can get ready for work and then go to work and then come back. But we brought all sorts of cleaning stuff, and then you helped me bring some more stuff in, and yeah, I'm hoping that it makes a big difference. They deserve to have a really nice smelling house as well as a nice looking house. Um, so yeah, and like I said, I don't think the previous owners had like ill intent. I think I think they just I think they just didn't know that it was stinky. Like, sometimes you're around a smell long enough, you don't smell it anymore. I think they just didn't realize that it was stinky in their house. That's truly what I think. Um, but I assure you it is. So got to get it clean before everybody else is in there long enough, they don't notice it. So when they have their friends over, they're like, oh gosh. And they're like, what? We got the smell away. And their friends are like quietly saying, no, they didn't. But no, I'm sure it'll clean up really nicely. And everything else in the house is pretty nice. Yeah. I was here. They invited me to come over when the inspector was here. So I actually got to see the house long before my wife did. And I was here when the inspector was looking at stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's a house built in the 70s, so it's going to need continued maintenance, but it's in decent shape. So yeah, I'm excited for him. Oh, they do have. Okay, I'll see if I can. Let's see if we can come up with the view. It might only be from the upstairs. So if you're in their house and you look just right, it's kind of like our house. I might not be able to do it from their yard at all. But if you look, oh yeah, I think I'm going to be able to, right from the corner of the ditch here. So if you look back there, let's see, there's the white garage. Right to the side of the garage. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to. So it's over that way. See, yeah, you can. It's right over the tip of the garage. You can see the water. So that is Little Traverse Bay. That little tiny dot of blue. It's right in the middle of the screen right now. They have. So I mean, apparently it's a lake view home because you can see it if you stand on one foot, look over the neighbor's house, and plug your one ear and hold one eye shut. You can see the lake. But seriously, it's a gorgeous location they're in. Hip Dad, no worry. It's been a really weird live stream because I am at my daughter and son-in-law's new house, and I ran out of time, so I just started to live stream from my iPad, and it turns out that the LTE on the iPad is doing a decent job from reports that the video and audio is okay. But yeah, I'm not home, so we're stuck here. Order ban is what we use on our floors. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta pop that. I mean, I know that everybody else can see it, but people had horses indoors? How does that work? I don't, that's not okay. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, they have odor ban or Odoban or whatever it is. And also that ozone machine that I have is supposed to do a good job. But they're hoping, and I'm hoping, that honestly just cleaning like the walls and the floor, like I think the smell might have just like kind of stuck to the walls and the floor. So I'm hoping that that'll just wash out, with some elbow grease. But yeah, that's you might win there with horses. It didn't smell like cats. Like I know the smell of cat pee, and the house, and that is so hard to get out. But this house didn't smell like cat pee, so I'm hopeful. I'm still very hopeful. But yes, horses and goats in the family room. Wow, that's a choice. Horses and goats in the family room. That is a choice a person could make. I am not the person that would make that choice, but it's a choice that somebody could make. So, okay, this is a little funny thing about being almost 50. I'm on my iPad, and iPads, the cameras are designed to be very close, right? So my face has to be really close to the screen, but my vision is such that I should have cheaters if I'm going to be this close. So like my non-dominant left eye I can see, but my dominant right eye is like, dude, why are you so close? Back the heck up. And so if I back up, I can see better, but then I'm a big guy with a tiny head. So yeah, they didn't have room for a barn. So I'm just saying, if you don't have room for a barn, you don't have room for horses and goats, even if you have a large house, because yeah, like Eric says, it's a choice, but it's an incorrect choice. And I don't think that's even just opinion. I think it's arguable that housing your horses and goats in your family room is an incorrect choice. And I try really hard not to be judgmental, but my goodness. Horses and goats in the house. Oh my. Horses and goats in the house. Oh my. Yeah, you know why you don't have horses and goats, Mary? Because you don't have room for a barn. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. So yeah, I don't think there were horses and goats. Like I said, when I came out when they did the inspection and the people were still living here. The previous owners were still here. I don't know if they're the previous owners or renters or what. I don't know. I don't know their situation. But they the smell was there, not quite as strong when I came out with the inspector. So they had done something. But there was a rabbit cage out on the back deck and empty cages in several rooms. So we're pretty sure that they had just like relocated the rabbits during the inspection or something. So I don't know. It was strange, but it takes all kinds of people. Eric, there's an episode of Family Guy where they have goats in the house and they eat his pants off them. Yeah. See, I mean, that's, and that's one of the better problems, I think, of having goats in the house. I think that's not even the thing that I would be most concerned about because yeah, if you cannot give any animal the attention it deserves, then you don't deserve the animal. Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of it's kind of tongue in cheek joking about horses and goats in the house, but that's just not. I mean, that was normal like in ancient times. I don't think that's ever normal now. Houses are not designed for that. I mean, if you had a dirt floor, which I mean, I'm not being judgy. My mom grew up in a house with a dirt floor. Um, Even then, I don't think you want your. I don't know. Just no. Oof. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. And the older I get, and the more people that I come in contact with, either directly or indirectly, people are just odd. And I'm sure I'm no different. I'm sure that what I consider to be normal and fine, other people would just be mortified about. But people are interesting. Yes, you told me that in Scandia. Don't make me the liar, Mom. I knew you were here. I was hoping that you would pipe in. You said in Scandia, when you were little, you had a dirt floor. If that's not true, my life is a lie. I gotta wait for the response here because you said growing up in Scandia. That's also it's also the time where the picture of like somebody in a bicycle outside or something. There was like a picture that sparked this conversation. I think. Um, but if you didn't grow up when you were little in a house in Scandia with a dirt floor, then my life is a lie. Yeah, my life will be a lie. But anyway, hip dad, you're as odd as they come, and I mean, I believe that, and but I believe that like I don't know if you've ever gone to like a friend's house and like they do something that you just like wouldn't ever imagine, um, but it's normal to them. All right, let's see. In the basement, crawl spaces were well. I mean that's nothing. I mean, our farm, the basement is a dirt floor. Our house in town has the crawl space as a dirt floor. But you told me that it was a dirt floor in the house in Scandia. There was no electricity. If was there also electricity? Is all this? Did you not really grow up in the UP at all? You probably put gravy on your pasties too. Who are you? Well, um, so whether or not my mother had something other than dirt floors, I still doubt she had horses and goats in the house. I think that's a safe bet, but I don't know for sure. So I'll end. Are we getting close? Yeah, 10 minutes left. So I'll end. And this isn't really a weird thing, but it's just a families are so different thing. And Mom, this is true. And if you say that this isn't true, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll cry. So when I was younger, and I don't actually remember this. This is a story that I was reminded. When I was younger, we were invited to either Christmas or Thanksgiving. I don't know which holiday dinner at my friend's house, whose name I won't say because he's extremely private and doesn't want any his name to be out there. But my best friend, growing up, they invited us, my whole family, to their house for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and we have always been sweatpants on holidays people, right? We don't get dressed up for holidays. And so when we went there, we didn't realize that other families were different. And we came in very comfortable clothes, and they were like dressed to the T's. Like the boys were wearing ties and the girls were wearing dresses. And so it was a very awkward meal. And so you guys can correct me. Mary, you were probably there too. I assume. But anyway, that was, again, don't say their name, but my best friend in high school, we got invited to their house and they were very dressed up and we were not. And that isn't like people being weird. That's just people being different, like different norms. And I find that kind of stuff fascinating. But yeah, being blindsided like that, I'm sure was no fun. Mom did have no electricity and no phone. All right. You were too young to remember. Yeah, I don't remember because it's bonking my head, but still, I'm still going to assume that's true. I don't remember who told me that. I doubt it was the best friend. He probably didn't tell me that story. But anyway, I'm pretty confident that happened. So a lot of things too, like I told my wife before my accident, and then she would like tell me stories that I had already told her. So she kind of reminded me of my life. Yeah, it's weird. All right. So no, okay. So we're about to the end of the live stream. So here it is. My mom grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in a little town called Scandia, and she had no electricity, no phone, no indoor plumbing, but she did not have dirt floors. That was a lie that I told everyone. And I've been telling everyone that lie for a very long time. So I apologize to everyone who I've told that lie to, because I don't know why I thought that. But no plumbing, no electricity, um, no phone. That seems serious. Mary, I do remember you throwing me over your shoulder in a sleeping bag. That doesn't sound like something an older brother would do at all. An an older brother treating his younger sister in a way that would potentially scare her or endanger her, that does not sound big brotherly at all. Oh my goodness. Next thing you're going to say is your mom grew up in a house with dirt floors. I don't know what this live stream is coming to. Oh, so, yeah. So my mom grew up again in the shack with marble tile floors and no electricity. That's how they roll in the UP. Uh, oh my goodness. All right. You know what? This turned out to be a very fun live stream for me. So thank you for everyone who stayed long enough to hear my mother call me a liar and put me on the straight and narrow. Oh, peanut butter and toast while they sleep. That's a brotherly thing. I hear that's good for moisturizing. Yeah. I could tell you a dirt floor story, but it's a creepy tent story. I, but did you have electricity? Was there plumbing in this tent? Actually, you don't have to tell the story. I just think it's hilarious that I assumed you had electricity and plumbing and just no flooring. And this whole time, and how would you even know if there was no flooring? You didn't have lights? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I guess we got about 5 minutes left. I should probably officially cancel because we're down to very low single digit power numbers on the iPad because I brought the wrong charging cable. Um, but now it is great to know that the iPad all on its own will work for a live stream. So in a pinch, I could live stream remotely and it's actually not too terrible. Kerosene lamps, that makes sense. And that kerosene lamps give me such a headache. But yeah, I understand. And they're very nice and they do give off a lot of light and also some heat. So anyway, hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, playing along with me. I greatly appreciate it. Mom, Mary, thanks for helping me laugh. Um, I'm going to go inside and enjoy the electricity and the plumbing and the flooring. And everybody have a great week. And if you're around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning at 7 a.m., please stop by. Eric, please don't, because I know like the time zone you live in, that's not a time humans should be awake for you. So, I mean, you're welcome to, but my goodness, I don't encourage it. And everybody else, have a great week. Thanks for tuning in on this silly live stream. I'll see you next time. Now I'm not sure I know how to stop the live stream on an iPad, but I'll try.